Hi guys, I'm Tom and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to bring you another of my home workouts targeting the back. Now if you want to work out on your terms, wherever and whenever you want, and remove the hassle of going to the gym, because let's be honest, getting yourself to the gym can be the hardest part, then watch me and learn how to work out from the comfort of your own home. I assure you, you can get just as good results, if not better results. So let's get straight into it. So we have 5 exercises to get through today. First things first is the warm-up. Very simple exercise. All I'm doing here is I'm hanging, quite obviously I'm hanging, and I'm just retracting my scapula, aka pulling my shoulder blades together. This has just been getting familiar with hanging and feeling my muscles working in preparation for the workout. I don't show it, but I would also recommend rotating the shoulders. With these compound movements, we put a lot of stress through the shoulders, so it is a good idea to get them warm. So the very first actual exercise is pull-ups. This exercise doesn't need much of an introduction. Now what I would like to say at this point though is that this whole workout is using the same sets and rep structure that I use in pretty much all my workouts, which is 8 to 12 reps for 3 to 4 sets. So how do I decide whether I'm doing 3 sets or 4 sets? Well, one, it depends on how I'm feeling on the day. Some days I'll have more energy than others. But what I tend to do is if I'm doing less than 10 reps, I will then make sure I do 4 sets. If I'm doing more than 10 reps, then I will do 3 sets. So then it evens out the amount of reps I'll do in total. Typically with my pull-ups, I set my hands just a bit beyond shoulder width apart. I'm using the rings purely because the bar I'm using here is, or the pull-up bar there, is very thin and it actually is quite sore on my hand, so I use the rings because it just is a bit kinder on my grip. But maybe I'll man up one day. But yeah, one thing I think is important is to always keep your feet in front of you, as this engages your core and stops you from swinging. If you can hold a solid core and do a smooth motion, then you shouldn't swing, which will be better for you. To really feel it, make sure you come all the way down to a straight arm position. You should be able to see that with each rep, I'm contracting the scapula first by pulling my shoulder blades together, just like in the warm up. Then I'm focusing on bringing my arms down to my side. So exercise number 2 is rows. So with the rows, I focus on 2 things. Number 1 is to keep my body straight and fight the urge to bend at the bottom of the movement. And number 2 is to pull my hands down towards my hips. You can do this exercise with TRX if you don't have rings, or failing that, you could use a large beach towel around a pull-up bar. The further away your feet are from being beneath the bar, then the harder it is. To make it easier, you can walk your feet backwards or you can bend your knees. That is one of the great things about bodyweight exercises, that you readjust to complete a set without the need for someone to spot you. If you're super strong, then you can elevate your feet on a chair to make this exercise even harder. So, moving on to exercise number 3. As you can see, this is a very similar movement to the rows. Only difference here is that you pull your hands towards your ears. So, same starting position, keep your body flat like I was doing on the rows, and just make sure that you focus on pulling your hands to your ears. Progressions are very much the same, if not identical, to rows. Elevate your feet to make it harder, bring them closer to you, or bend them to make it easier. Next exercise is a very popular exercise and probably my favourite back exercise, which is chin-ups. So for me, I like to position my hands shoulder width apart, if not slightly narrower. For yourselves, just try both and see which one you feel more comfortable in, and see which one you feel activates your lats a bit more, because that's what you're targeting. You will feel it a lot in your biceps as well, but you're really trying to target your lats in this movement. So just like with the pull-ups, keep your feet in front of you, which should stop you from swinging and it'll activate your core. So we come on to the last exercise, which is reverse fly. Now this exercise focuses on the rear delt, so the back of your shoulders, much like the face pulls, although there is a bit more activation on your back and face pulls. I think the rear delts are designed for pulling, so therefore I do my rear delts on back day rather than on shoulder day. What I'm using here is I'm using push-up handles. Reason for this is it means that I can have more of a comfortable grip than just grabbing the bands. So what I do is I just place the band between my middle finger and my ring finger and then grab the handles. You want to make sure that you grab the resistance band so it's tight when your hands are down. You don't want the band to be slack at the bottom of the movement. It's just a small movement, so no need for, you know, silly weight or a really strong resistance band. Just keep the tension on the band for the whole movement, and I assure you that you will feel it working. It's also very wise to keep a straight back when doing the exercise. It shouldn't hurt your lower back at all. So it is important to say that I do the exercises in this order based on my own goals. For example, I start with pull-ups because I feel my lats are lacking slightly, so I want to target them when I have the most energy. After a month or so, I may rearrange the order of the exercises, or I may do different exercises altogether. So I think that you should do these exercises in the order that suits you and your goals. And I think that actually applies to most, if not all, workouts. Anyway guys, I hope you found this video useful. If you like the content and wanted to support the channel, then please like the video, hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon so that you get notified when I release more content just like this. The workout and the equipment I've used is in the description below. Thanks for watching.